Hey, I want to show you today how to make Facebook Live videos on your computer because we all know how to do it on Facebook on our phones by now, thank you to the Facebook Live ads that are all over New York City. But sometimes doing it on your laptop or your computer is a lot tougher. And in fact, it's probably a lot more valuable sometimes to do on your computer, especially if you're doing this for business. So we're going to figure out how to do it from your computer. Now, you cannot do it directly from Facebook. They do not allow you. And it's usually, it doesn't really matter why. There's a very technical reason why you can't do it directly from Facebook. But I'm going to show you how to do it using an external software that's going to plug straight into Facebook for free and take care of all of this. Now, there are a lot of options for doing this out there. This is not the only way to do it. However, it is one of the easiest and most inexpensive ways to do this because sometimes live streaming software can actually be pretty pricey. So, the first thing you're going to do, as you can see, I'm here on my Facebook business page, okay? And you can see along the top here, we have page, messages, notifications, insights, and publishing tools. So you're going to go ahead and click on publishing tools. And you need to get a very specific code, and I'll show you what to do with that in a second. But the first thing you need to do is obviously get a video going. So you're going to go over here to Video Library. And you get to see all the videos I have here. And of course, I can upload one from here. But what I really want to do is I want to go live. Now, this is going to pop up a little pop-up in the center of my screen. It gives you all sorts of information that you really don't need to know. Just trust that Facebook's doing its thing. You're going to take this and you're going to copy it. Now, as I said, you need an external software. I like to use one called OBS. Don't remember what this stands for. It kind of sounds like a really bad curse word. It's like open something software. Something like that. Anyway, so you can just go ahead and Google OBS. It's an open source software, so you can absolutely download it for free, no hassles. It's not going to do anything funky to your computer. And it's a pretty lightweight program, so it shouldn't take too much CPU or really any sort of tax on your computer while you run it. Okay, so I've already got OBS open back here. So there it is. You can see my face now streaming and all this kind of stuff. Okay, so this program basically allows you to set up different scenes. It allows you to set up everything, okay? But it's not really that complex what you're trying to do here with Facebook Live, so I'm just going to show you the basic features. This is really weird seeing myself. Okay, so down here, when you open the screen, you have basically this. It's going to open, it'll probably either show you a black screen or it'll show you your face, and I'll explain why in a second. Don't freak out if you see a black screen. It's easily fixable. So down here on the left-hand side, we have scenes, and you can see I have two different scenes here. Okay, I created both of those scenes. So a scene is essentially what we see on the computer. Okay, so the first thing you need to make sure is that we're connected properly. Okay, so if the first thing you're seeing is a black screen, you probably haven't connected your video capture device, as they so eloquently call it here. So you're just going to need to press the plus button, and you'll be able to add a video capture device, and you can then choose which one you need. Okay. Then, when you've got the mic and you've got the video capture device set up, you should see your face here. It will automatically populate a scene. If it doesn't, you can just go in here and you can create a new scene. You name the scene, and depending on what you put in the scene, it'll have these things. So for example, if I click screencast, it's going to change what you see on that thing because I've made the screencast scene put all of this stuff on the screen. So it's actually doing that mirror effect because I've actually got this showing. But if I hide that, then know that it won't be in the video. Okay, so if you want to create as many scenes as you want, sometimes you can use multiple ones if you're going to be using Facebook Live to both show your face and show what you've got on the computer, show slides, etc., etc. For every new scene, you're simply going to create a new scene. I'll name this one number 2. It's going to give me a black screen, and I got to put some sources in there. So there's my video device. I'm going to make it my FaceTime camera. There I am. And I'm going to click OK. And then, of course, I need my audio display. Audio input capture, okay, and I'm going to choose my microphone, and then you'll be able to hear me, okay? So you can have as many scenes as you want, and that's how you easily flip them. Just so you know, the reason this is small is because I made it small. You can just go in here and change it so that it's much bigger. Haha, large, moved, whatever you want. All right, so you've got all that set up. You know that it's all set to see. You can see that it's got sound coming in, so we're all good. Now, there's one little trick you need before you go live. You notice I have headphones in today, okay? That is not an accident. It's actually very purposeful. there's a funny thing in sound called feedback. And if we've got feedback, it's really bad. That's what makes that like screeching noise in like a microphone. You know, when everyone goes, ah, what did the sound engineer do? And everyone looks at the techie like it's all his fault. By the way, it's never his fault. Well, that's probably not true, but it's usually not his fault if something weird happens. But that's just feedback, okay? And feedback is essentially a sound comes into the speaker. Excuse me, a sound comes into the microphone, comes out the speaker. That sound is coming out the speaker. It's too close to the microphone. It's going back in the microphone, and it's just creating this little loop. And of course, microphone goes through the amp, so it's actually amping the sounds, and that's why it gets so loud so quickly. It's because it's just doing this really fast until it's so loud it completely blows your ears out. That is feedback, but it can happen here as well. And what's going to happen here is because, as you can see from this visual thing over here, there's a small delay in the sound and the visuals. Okay, and that means that if I don't take headphones in, I'm going to hear myself say the same sentence like 2 seconds too late. And I'm just going to keep hearing it. I'm going to keep hearing it. And it's going to be recorded because on your computer, the speaker and the microphone are housed in the same place. Okay, so you want to have headphones in and just mute your sound so that all you're hearing is your own voice rather than hearing your voice coming out of the headphones, and just trust that this is recording it. And make sure you're getting that little green thing down here to make sure you're getting sound. But you really don't want that feedback. So make sure you have headphones and they're plugged in. Okay? So we've got everything set up. It's time to start streaming. So you need to go into settings. And we're going to take that code that we got and stick it in here. So you're going to just go over here to stream. I'm going to delete this completely. And I'm going to paste the new one. Now it's going to paste it like a password. So you're not going to be able to check that it's correct. If you want to check that it's correct, you can hand type it or you can double paste it or whatever you want to do, okay? You don't need to mess with any of the other settings. If you do want to pause your video now and make sure that your settings match what I've got here on my screen, then you all good, all right? And you're going to press OK. Start streaming, and it's going to say connecting. I'm going to go over here to next, and the thing that I'm going to see pop up is my face about 3 seconds ago. Ready? My face 3 seconds ago. Well, there we go. See, there I am waiting. And I'm going to start singing. There you go. So it's about 3 seconds delayed. All right, so you can type in your little thing here, and you can type in this, and blah, 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 blah. And it's not going to go live till you say go live. So what I like to do, and I sometimes mess it up because of the delay, but I just sit there and I like smile for a second, and I press go live, and I wait about 3 seconds before I start talking, just to make sure that the delay between Facebook and my OBS is not causing anyone to miss any of my beautiful words or songs. All right? And when you're finished, I'm not going to press go live now because it'll just be weird. When you're finished, you'll just press end stream. It'll have a little Facebook button over here, and that will actually stop the stream. It will still technically be streaming to Facebook in OBS, but as long as it's not active on Facebook, it doesn't really matter. It's basically being streamed into cyberspace, and it's never getting a home. Okay? And then when you're finally finished, you can press stop streaming, and all will be well. So that is my tutorial. Again, it's a little bit more complicated than just picking up your phone. I'm going to stop looking at my very delayed face. Oh, here's my delayed face too. It's a little bit more complicated than just picking up your phone and, making it work that way. Okay. But sometimes you just need to do it from your computer. So I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you guys all very soon.